Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right? You're reading the books, you're listening to the podcasts, you're journaling, you're healing, you're going to therapy, you're working on your mindset, and yet your life feels stuck. Your anxiety is still there, your fear is still there, your financial stress is still there, your relationship is still draining you, and deep inside, you're asking yourself, why am I not feeling better? I know this feeling because I lived it. For years, I believed that if I healed enough, everything else would magically fall into place. And deep inside, you're asking yourself, why am I not feeling better? I know this feeling because I lived it for years. So for years I believed that if I healed enough, everything else would magically fall into place. I thought healing was the answer. I thought if I could just process the trauma, understand the patterns, become stronger emotionally, then somehow my life would change. But it didn't. Today, I want to talk about something many women desperately need to hear. Because the problem may not be that you haven't healed enough. The problem may be that you're trying to heal while remaining trapped in the same environment that's keeping you stuck. And that's exactly what we are going to explore today. Let's start with a truth that isn't talked about enough. The personal development industry often sells a very appealing idea. If you heal yourself, your life will transform. And while healing is important, it's not the whole story. Because healing without action can become another form of waiting. Healing without structure can become another form of avoidance. Healing without building can become another form of survival. I see so many women spending years trying to heal. Years, not months, years. They're learning, reflecting, understanding, analyzing. But nothing in their external reality changes. They're still financially dependent, still working on eggshells, still afraid to make decisions, still waiting for permission, still shrinking themselves, still living according to someone else's expectations. And eventually, they start blaming themselves. They think, maybe I'm not healed enough. Maybe I need another course. Maybe I need another coach. Maybe I need more therapy. And the cycle continues. But here's what nobody tells you. You can understand your trauma perfectly and still remain trapped. You can know exactly why you behave the way you do and still remain stuck. Awareness is powerful, but awareness alone doesn't create freedom. Because freedom requires more than understanding. Freedom requires choices. And choices require resources. Resources like skills, income, confidence, community, support, opportunity, the ability to stand on your own feet. And that's where so many women get stuck. They focus exclusively on healing while neglecting the foundations that create freedom. When I work with women who feel trapped, I often see the same 4 invisible prisons. And understanding these prisons changes everything. Let's talk about them. The first prison is emotional. This is the prison of fear, the prison of self-doubt, the prison of believing, I can't do this alone. What if I fail? What if I make the wrong decision? What if nobody helps me? What if things get worse? These fears are real, and they deserve compassion. But they also keep many women frozen, because fear convinces you that staying where you are is safer than moving forward, even when staying is hurting you. The second prison is financial, and this is one of the biggest prisons. Yet it's often ignored in healing conversations. Many women aren't trapped because they don't know they deserve better. They are trapped because they don't believe they have options, or because they genuinely don't have financial options. They think, I couldn't support myself. I don't have enough income. I don't have skills that can create income. I don't know where to start. And so they stay. Not because they want to, because they feel they have no alternative. That's why I believe financial independence is not separate from healing. It's part of healing. Because income creates choices, and choices create freedom. The third prison is identity. This prison sounds like, I don't know who I am anymore. I've spent so many years taking care of everyone else. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I'm capable of. Many women lose themselves slowly, not overnight, gradually. One compromise at a time, one sacrifice at a time, one disappointment at a time, until eventually they wake up and realize, I don't even recognize myself anymore. And rebuilding starts with discovering who you are underneath the fear. The fourth prison is practical, and it's the prison nobody talks about, the prison of confusion. Women often know they need change, but they don't know where to begin. There is so much information online, so many opinions, so many strategies, so many conflicting messages. And the result, overwhelm, paralysis, inaction. They don't need more information. They need a roadmap, a clear next step, a simple path forward. Now, let's talk about something that completely changed my life. Healing and freedom are not the same thing. I'll say that again. Healing and freedom are not the same thing. You can be healing without being free. You can understand yourself deeply without being free. You can have emotional awareness without being free. Freedom is different. Freedom means having choices. Freedom means having options. Freedom means being able to make decisions from possibility instead of fear. Freedom means not depending on one person for your future. Freedom means creating your own path. Freedom means having the confidence to trust yourself. Freedom means having the skills to build something of your own. Freedom means having support around you. Freedom means having a community that reminds you who you are becoming. And that's why healing alone isn't enough. Because healing helps you understand your wounds. But building creates the life beyond the wounds. Healing helps you recover. Building helps you expand. Healing helps you survive. Building helps you thrive. And if you're listening today and you've been working on yourself for years but still feel stuck, I want you to hear this. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You are not failing. You may simply be missing the building phase. So what do you do next? Do you leave tomorrow? No. Do you blow up your life overnight? No. Do you make drastic decisions from panic? Absolutely not. The first step isn't leaving. The first step is building. Building while you're still where you are. Building before you're ready. Building before you feel confident. Building before you have certainty. Because confidence comes from action, not the other way around. Start building skills. Start learning things that increase your independence. Start creating opportunities. Start creating income. Start building relationships with people who support your growth. Start reconnecting with yourself. Start imagining a future that belongs to you. One small step at a time. You do not need a perfect plan. You need momentum. You do not need certainty. You need movement. You do not need to know every answer. You need to take the next step. Because the woman you want to become is built through action, not waiting, not wishing, not hoping, building. Every day, one brick at a time. When I look back at my own journey, I realized something important. My life didn't change when I finally felt ready. My life changed when I stopped waiting to feel ready. I spent too much time believing I needed more confidence, more certainty, more permission, more healing. But eventually I realized no one was coming to save me. And that wasn't depressing. It was empowering. Because the moment I accepted responsibility for building my future, everything started changing. Not overnight, not magically, but steadily. And that's the message I want to leave you with today. You don't need to become a different person before you begin. You become a different person by beginning. If you're taking one thing from today's life, let it be this. The problem isn't that you haven't healed enough. The problem is that you're trying to heal without building. Healing matters deeply, but healing must be paired with action, with skills, with structure, with support, with income, with community, with a vision for the future. Because your goal is not simply to heal. Your goal is to create a life that no longer requires survival mode. And that life is possible, even if you can't see it yet. Before we finish, I want to share something special. If today's message resonated with you and you're ready to start building instead of waiting, there are a few ways I can support you. SMGB Academy is for women who want to learn practical digital skills and start creating new income opportunities. BTC Mentorship is for women who want support, accountability, coaching, and community. The Digital Income System Bundle is combining both the skills and the support. And SMGB X-TIE monthly membership are ongoing tools, content systems, and implementation resources. And for today only, the first 2 people who purchase either SMGB Academy, the SMGB and BTC bundle, or the SMGB X-TIE monthly membership will receive a free done-for-you product success guide from me. This guide will help you understand how to use the done-for-you products strategically, create momentum faster, and avoid common beginner mistakes. Simply message me after your purchase and I'll personally send it to you. And if you're not ready yet, comment rebuild below and I'll send you my free guide to help you with the first step toward rebuilding your life with more clarity, confidence, and freedom. Remember, you don't have to know the whole path. You only need to take the next step. I'll see you in episode 2, The Rebuild Blueprint. Thank you.